Hello everyone and welcome to Module 3 of Lesson 7. In the previous module, we covered the topic of creating a scope statement. Today, we'll discuss the critical aspect of managing scope changes in project management. Managing scope changes is essential to keep a project on track, within budget, and aligned with its objectives. We'll start with an introduction to managing scope changes and then explore the importance of effectively handling these changes, focusing on maintaining project focus, controlling costs, and ensuring project success. Managing scope changes involves the processes and activities required to identify, evaluate, and approve or reject changes to the project scope. These changes can arise from evolving project requirements, stakeholder needs, or unexpected challenges. Effective scope change management ensures that any alterations to the project scope are thoroughly assessed and documented, maintaining alignment with the project's objectives and constraints. The first reason managing scope changes is crucial is that it helps maintain project focus. Uncontrolled changes can lead to scope creep, where additional features or tasks are added without corresponding adjustments to time, cost, or resources. By managing scope changes effectively, project managers ensure that the project stays aligned with its original goals and objectives, avoiding distractions and deviations that can derail the project. The second reason is controlling project costs. Scope changes often come with additional costs, whether for extra resources, time, or materials. By carefully evaluating and approving scope changes, project managers can control these additional costs, ensuring that the project remains within its budget. This financial discipline is essential for the project's overall financial health and success. Finally, managing scope changes is vital for ensuring project success. Projects that experience uncontrolled scope changes are at a higher risk of failure due to budget overruns, missed deadlines, and unmet objectives. Effective scope change management allows project managers to assess the impact of changes on the project's timeline, budget, and deliverables, making informed decisions that support the project's successful completion. In conclusion, managing scope changes is an essential aspect of project management that helps maintain project focus, control costs, and ensure project success. By implementing effective scope change management processes, project managers can navigate the complexities of evolving project requirements and deliver successful outcomes. Now, we'll delve into the structured process for managing these changes. This process includes 6 key steps: identification, evaluation, prioritization, approval, implementation, and control. Let's explore each of these steps in detail. The first step is identification. This involves recognizing and documenting any proposed changes to the project scope. Changes can be identified through various sources such as stakeholder feedback, project team observations, or external factors. It's crucial to document these changes accurately and promptly to ensure they are tracked and assessed properly. The next step is evaluation. Once a change has been identified, it needs to be thoroughly assessed to understand its impact on the project's objectives, timeline, budget, and resources. This evaluation often involves a detailed analysis by the project team and relevant stakeholders to determine the feasibility and implications of the proposed change. After evaluation, the proposed changes need to be prioritized. Not all changes are of equal importance or urgency. Prioritization helps in determining which changes should be addressed first based on their impact and the project's overall priorities. This step ensures that the project remains focused on critical changes that align with its strategic goals. The fourth step is approval. Changes that have been evaluated and prioritized must be formally approved before implementation. This approval process typically involves key stakeholders and decision-makers who review the proposed changes and their implications. Formal approval ensures that everyone agrees on the change and its impact on the project. Once a change is approved, the next step is implementation. This involves integrating the change into the project plan and executing it according to the revised plan. Implementation requires clear communication and coordination among the project team to ensure that the change is effectively incorporated without disrupting ongoing project activities. The final step is control. This involves monitoring the implemented changes to ensure they are producing the desired outcomes and that no unintended issues arise. Control mechanisms include regular progress reviews, status reports, and performance metrics. Effective control helps in maintaining project alignment and addressing any new challenges promptly. In conclusion, managing scope changes involves a structured process of identification, evaluation, prioritization, approval, implementation, and control. By following these steps, project managers can effectively handle changes, ensuring that they support the project's objectives and contribute to its success. Thank you for your attention. Now, let's explore best practices that can enhance the effectiveness of scope change management. These practices include establishing a change control board, clearly defining the change request process, assessing impact and feasibility, communicating changes effectively, and monitoring and control. Let's dive into these best practices. The first best practice is to establish a change control board, CCB. A CCB is a group of stakeholders responsible for reviewing and approving or rejecting change requests. This board ensures that changes are evaluated consistently and objectively, providing a formal mechanism for decision-making. Having a CCB helps maintain control over the project's scope and ensures that only beneficial changes are implemented. Next, it's essential to clearly define the change request process. This involves outlining the steps for submitting, evaluating, and approving change requests. A well-defined process ensures that all stakeholders understand how to propose changes and what information is needed for evaluation. This clarity reduces confusion and ensures that change requests are handled efficiently and systematically. Assessing the impact and feasibility of proposed changes is another critical practice. Each change request should be evaluated for its potential effects on the project's objectives, timeline, budget, and resources. Feasibility assessments help determine whether the change can be realistically implemented. This thorough evaluation ensures that only viable and beneficial changes are approved. Effective communication is crucial when managing scope changes. All stakeholders should be informed about approved changes, including the reasons for the change, its impact, and how it will be implemented. Clear and timely communication helps ensure that everyone is on the same page and that the project team can adjust their activities accordingly. It also helps manage expectations and fosters transparency. Lastly, monitoring and control are essential for effective scope change management. This involves tracking the implementation of approved changes and their impact on the project. Regular monitoring ensures that changes are integrated smoothly and that any issues are identified and addressed promptly. Control mechanisms, such as status reports and performance metrics, help maintain alignment with the project's goals and prevent scope creep. In conclusion, adopting best practices for managing scope changes, such as establishing a change control board, clearly defining the change request process, assessing impact and feasibility, communicating changes effectively, and ensuring ongoing monitoring and control, can significantly enhance project success. These practices help maintain project focus, control costs, and ensure that changes contribute positively to the project. Managing scope changes involves understanding their importance for maintaining project focus, controlling costs, and ensuring success. The process includes identifying, evaluating, prioritizing, approving, implementing, and controlling changes. Best practices such as establishing a change control board, clearly defining the change request process, assessing impact and feasibility, communicating changes effectively, and continuous monitoring and control, ensure effective and structured management of scope changes. Thank you for your time, and we will see you in Module 3 of the Lesson 6. Also, thank you for the support. Like and subscribe to the channel.